It's the Daily Special with Kimberly Ray Miller.
Welcome to the Daily Special. It's Wednesday, June 25th, and yesterday we got some pretty great comments from you all about our roundtable discussion. You know, it's not just a discussion between the four of us. It's a discussion with you too. It's just that our studio is really small and we can't fit you all in here. So keep the comments coming. I know that Anita thinks that we set the women's movement back 50 years, which is great. I mean, it's not great that we did that, but it's great that you let us know that you're pissed off. And we want to know when we piss you off. And Samantha and Jill just want us to talk about sex. And, you know, that's cool too. Sex is fun. Some people like Cindy McCain. Some people like Michelle Obama, and we love to hear your opinions, so keep them coming. But later on today, we've got our last segment with Dina Koutas Poch, and we're giving away this copy of I Love My In-Laws. And our winner, the best in-law monster story, goes to Julianne, whose in-laws wrote her out of the will and then proceeded to ask her to watch their house while they took the money that should have gone to her and her husband and went to Mexico. So I don't know how much this book's going to help you, Julianne. I don't know if you'll ever love your in-laws, but it's for you. So write to us at info@elasticwaist.com with your mailing information, and we'll send this over to you. Now it's time for today's special. Winehouse was recently seen lighting a cigarette immediately after she was released from the hospital after being diagnosed with emphysema. It's very surprising because I thought the undead feared fire. Boy George was recently denied a U.S. visa. Officials for the U.S. Immigration Office said if they won't let us get rid of Martha Stewart, we won't let them get rid of that guy from Culture Club. And a British study recently revealed that drinking less water may reduce symptoms of overactive bladder. Also, Britain spends way too much money on studies. All right, we're headed back to Dina Koutas Poch, who's going to give us more advice on how to love our in-laws and how to get through things like wedding toasts and such.
Hi, Kim. So you're getting married and you think the big day is about you? So wrong. It's also about your in-laws. I cover a lot of things in my book, you know, from the rehearsal dinner to invitations to locations. But one thing that everyone talks about when they leave the wedding is they remember the toast. And this is where your in-laws' personalities will totally shine. The first one is the in-law who gives the idiot toast. The idiot toast is your brother-in-law getting up and completely humiliating your spouse. That's the idiot toast. The next toast is called the wanderer. This is the guy who's like somewhere in your in-law family. He gets up at the microphone and goes on and on for about 20 minutes about how when you were a little girl and how he was a little girl, and then awkwardly the band has to play over the ending. The next toast up there is the actress in-law toast. This is usually your sister-in-law who gets up and does a whole PowerPoint presentation, and unfortunately it's just not about you. It's really just about her. There's also the surprise toast. This is the in-law family member who gets up and just surprises everybody with the toast that could go on for about 20 minutes or is totally embarrassing. And then the final one is the nervous Nelly. This is the in-law who just really shouldn't do any public speaking whatsoever and gets up at the microphone and mispronounces your name or has a total nervous breakdown. So we covered a lot of toasts that you can expect at your wedding, but after you're done with your wedding and you go on your honeymoon and you come home, and maybe a couple years later, you might have a baby, your in-laws are back on the scene again as babysitters. This is my mother-in-law, and this is my baby. Thanks, Kim, for having me. We'll see you next time. She totally is passing gas.